1.
Oh
And
my
well,
God.
I thought I was gonna do it. You want to do it? Go ahead.
No, you do it.
No,
Nah.
I don't care. I really don't care.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Actually, wait, before we do anything, can we do a quick promo real quick? If you
For
are
what?
If you are in Austin, Texas, or the surrounding area, or anywhere else in the country or the world, and you want to fly into Austin.
Awesome, Texas.
If you want to come to Awesome, Texas and see us do an Austin show.
Austin, Texas.
We're going to be there.
We're going to be there.
And
Picking each other's butts.
we may or may not be picking each other's butts live.
No, I'm going to be picking his ass.
And I don't know how it works on here. Should we put it in the chat, the link to the tickets? Or
That's probably good. That's probably a good idea. That's probably what I would assume.
Okay, don't be weird, man.
No, I'm not gonna be weird.
I'm gonna put a link to it right now in the chat, and maybe later we'll do it on. Maybe we'll pin a comment or something. If you want to come see us, we'll be there at the Creek and the Cave, May 8th.
Which one will it be? Will we be at the creek or the cave?
We'll be at both, baby.
We'll be at both. I'm gonna be splashing the water on my face in the creek and then running off to the cave.
Look at that. You can click it right in the chat if
Wow,
that's something you're interested in.
Wow, Grandpa figured it out.
I'm not Grandpa.
Yeah, you are.
I'm actually not a grandpa. I've been figuring out a lot of tech stuff. Anyone who's been tuning into my lives knows I'm kind of the OBS master. I only had one minor audio hiccup last time.
What does OBS even stand for?
Obfuscatory Bigot Standard.
Wow, he got it. That's exactly what it stands for. Right before we went live, Emil said, he turns to me and he goes, "Did you see the ghost on Reddit?" And I said, "What are you talking about? Man, I'm a skeptic." And he said, "I saw a ghost and I got so scared that I had to sleep with a nightlight on." And he sent me this fuck photo of this. Why don't you, did you put it in the doc? It's so, before we get into the serious stuff, folks, we got to talk about ghosts because personally, I don't believe in them. I think that it's fake. I think that it's,
whoa, holy shit.
I think it's a conspiracy by Big Bed Sheet to sell more bed sheets.
We may get to see God Loves Satan in person. He just
who's God Loves Satan?
He's one of our big super chatters in the chat.
Been working a crazy amount and typically have to watch the VOD, but I do love living close to Austin. Awesome, so I'll be there. I'll see you there. We'll see you in Awesome. God Loves Satan.
We'll see you there. God Loves Satan. Yeah. Zion Wilkes says Emil was struggling so hard in his life. That's actually not true. The first one,
I tuned in. I saw you were struggling.
The first one, I did fuck it up. There was like 10 minutes of figuring out audio. That last one, I just muted something by accident and I fixed it really quickly.
Emil just said, or Rosie just said, "Emil, ask Ben how Bobby is with his cone. He's not doing well. He's down there right now, and I can hear him bumping into stuff." Any hoomst. I just want to give a huge shout out to, speaking of ghosts, Val Kilmer died. He died to death, and he was a real good one. He was an American icon.
Wow, Drew Thomas says Emil is goated at OBS, so seems like obfuscatory bigot standard.
Yeah. So yeah, Val Kilmer died, and he was very good. I liked him in Heat. I liked him in Batman. I liked him in Top Gun.
Favorite Val Kilmer role?
Heat.
Nice.
Just because I like the movie.
Just because I like the movie.
Just because I like the movie. That's what I sound like today.
I am going to go with a deep cut. I'm going to say The Saint, where he plays many different people. That absolute kook.
The documentary on him is out, and it's good, by the way. It's on Amazon.
I'd also love to do just one Val Kilmer tribute, because a lot of people know this. I am the absolute...
You're the absolute OBS goat?
Well, everyone knows I'm the OBS goat, but everyone knows I'm a huge hater. And I just, Luke, I just messaged you something in the Slack. This is just a short video of some Val Kilmer commentary on the DVD for Spartan, and insert Shaq meme of.
Not sure if we'll be able to play that.
Oh
man.
Well, it should. Do you have access to the recording channel?
Man.
It's right in there.
Man. Boy, you look good in mustard. My man's wearing a mustard
Don't
thing.
say shit like that to me. But just
Spartan.
This is just an unbelievable amount of hating.
Man, I can't wait for my DVD commentary app to launch, because this is exactly what this is for.
Let's play this for us.
Yeah, let's play it. Oh boy. Spartan.
Really
David
strange.
Mamet.
And that's David's style.
David Mamet.
And that's David's style. He writes in a lot of particular rhythms. That's why it's so frustrating when he cuts all the good stuff. Messes up his own rhythm. I don't understand him. He's cruel. He hates actors. Having failed in the profession himself, I hate him. The other thing is the hair, his hairdo. What is that? Wow. I mean, and the glasses. What I find amazing is his courage, though. I mean, to still wear a beret in 2004. You gotta have guts. You gotta give that to him. He actually had to confess publicly that I was funnier because everyone knew it, and the only way to really survive my comedic genius was to admit it, and that way he could seem like he was still on the good terms with his crew, who hated him, and he knew it. I'm proud of this film and for David Mamet because I think it's the least cussing. I mean, to rely on profanity is embarrassing, really. That's David's rabbi. That guy I just shot, that's his rabbi. See, that's what I mean by sick. Here's the real writer of Spartan, David Mamet's daughter. David actually played a major character in this film, but he was cut out. It just wasn't good enough. David wrote it all. His daughter didn't write any of it. He's great. Pulitzer Prize winner.
All right, let's cut out of this. That's fantastic. I hope that I don't endure the same curse of aging that Val Kilmer did, which is you get the face explosion. Boy, did his face get
Some
big.
would say you maybe have already gotten it a little
Man, shut up. Man, before I slap you upside the head. I will slap you silly. Come at me like that. I'm crazy. Don't you know? I'm crazy today.
I'm crazy.
Man, anyway, y'all see that the new Billionaire list came out?
Yeah.
We officially hit 3,000 of them in
which
the
is
world.
nice. We've been pushing
Yeah.
for it.
Boy, I wish we could get them all on a runaway train, don't you? Look at the terrible Photoshop on this photo. It makes it look like I don't know, like they're all at a party.
No, what does it make it look like?
They're all at a party. They're doing a human pyramid. I wish that pyramid would collapse. If you know what I mean. I don't know. Throw them all into a fire. But a lot of Chinese people on there. A lot of Chinese people.
Look at that picture of Elon.
Yeah, who's that photographer who does that? The Steve Jobs photographer guy?
I don't know.
I don't know. Some
He
dipshit.
kind of looks like he's doing a mugshot.
Face ID.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark Zuckerkorn, I believe, is obviously the young man. He's number 2 on there. 40 years old, $216 billion. Right above Jeffy Kisses at 215. My favorite is scrolling to just a random. Wait, scroll all the way down. Oh no, sorry, to the bottom of that list. I got an ex who had a chance. I've talked about it before. Had a shot with one of the Waltons, and I think he's on this list.
Right there, Lucas Walton.
Yeah, I think it might have been Lucas Walton, and he's 38. His net worth is $37.9 billion. So good for him.
This is one of the most.
Popular stores in America, Walmart.
Yeah, but he's one of the biggest losers. He didn't do anything. The grandson of Walmart founder Sam Walton.
Did you just call him a loser?
Yeah. All these guys are losers.
He's
First off,
37 billion times cooler than us.
I would say, besides Giovanni Ferrero, I would say all these guys are losers.
Giovanni Ferrero.
This guy, he's actually created things of value. Clearly, people enjoy his.
Boy, look at that. Yeah.
The guy who first put chocolate and hazelnut together. I mean, just an absolute.
Wait, that's who he is?
Legend.
Giovanni Ferrero? He's got to be.
I would argue.
Holy God. Yeah, Nutella and chocolates.
Yeah,
God.
that's what I'm saying.
Damn. Wow, look at him. He is the most Italian-looking guy ever.
But everyone
to
outside of this, everyone outside of him, I would say haven't done anything of note. What's this? One of the most influential businessmen in Asia. Yeah, but did you put chocolate and hazelnut together, my man?
Yeah, Robin Zhang. Can't forget him. Yeah, go to like.
Is there a way to just sort by Italian?
I don't think you can sort by race. Believe me, I tried. No, you can't. You can do by country.
You can do country. You can do country.
Yeah. All right.
Wait. When you get to G, stop at Greece. Let's see if there's any Greeks.
Oh, there's got to be. There's got to be shipping magnates for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
And they better not all be Onassuses.
Yeah, boy. Oh man. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my God, look at this. Greece. Look at
we got
you,
we got a
man.
few.
Ooh, Maria Angelicousis.
I would say some of these guys are maybe good
Shipping,
guys.
shipping, mining,
Shipping.
art collection, banking, shipping, real estate,
Energy metals.
All right,
shipping.
are any of these women and are they younger? Because I'm
Let's see
make
if we
some
got.
moves.
Let's go to Italy real quick.
Let's look at the. She's 43. All right.
Maria, look out for Ben's DM.
Yeah. Italy.
Look at this.
Okay, we got.
Nutella, pharmaceuticals, eyeglasses,
Oh yeah, that's
crypto. Sorry, Paolo. We are going to have to eliminate
Whoa,
you.
what the fuck? Holy shit.
Oh, he's the CEO of Tether.
Oh. Wow.
Paolo, we do not fuck with you.
I fuck with you, Paolo.
We do not claim
He's
you.
got Wolverine chops. I'm tired today. Scroll down. What else do we have on here? Are there any 20? Someone who's 20? Clemente Del Vecchio? Oh, she's part of that must be part of the family.
Yeah, look at all the Del Vecchios.
What a fuck. Oh, Luxottica, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Luca Del Vecchio, Marisa Del Vecchio. Ay, 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 ay. And so many Chinese. Huge shout out to China.
Oh, we got an Italian himself in the chat. Mayonnaise with a last name like Kashing. That guy was bound to be a billionaire. Honestly, that's a pretty good joke.
Shrimp Tower. Don't know why.
Shrimp
Interesting.
Tower.
Also, let's see. Before we jump into the shit, the crap, the poop of the week, the big old turd floating around in the toilet of the week. Man, I'm fucking angry today. Man, I'm fucking pissed, you guys. Ooh! I like how Cory Booker did his whole speech, and then it's gone now. It's just gone by the wayside.
I mean, it was ridiculous. It was the stupidest thing I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
it was a long time. Well, okay, let's skip right over that because I didn't watch any of it.
He filibustered nothing.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service,
I'm
Cory.
mad. I'm mad. I'm Cory Booker. I'm mad. God darn it.
Good God.
Well,
What are we doing, folks?
OpenAI.
We said we wanted the Democrats to do something, and he was like, "What if I did nothing but made it look like something?"
Yeah, bring a
what if
bring a WEAPON.
it looked like something? How's that?
Yeah.
But it was still nothing.
Strap something to your body. I dare you. Strap something. Do that. What could you strap to your body? I wonder. Anyway, I'm tiptoeing into a dangerous place here. OpenAI did a new funding round. They raised $40 billion. I need a second here. At a $300 billion valuation. Private company valued at $300 billion. Folks, that makes them one of the most valuable companies around. I mean, that's bigger than, I don't even know how many, 95% of the S&P 500.
This is from Lindsay Evans.
Oh.
My son is 16 months old today. Can you tell him happy half birthday? Yeah, why don't you tell us his name so
Yeah.
we could wish him a happy birthday?
Unless you're lying.
Lindsay.
Yeah. 16 months old, huh? That's a year and 4 months.
Happy birthday to Lindsay's son. No name.
Yeah. That's a weird name. No name to name your son? What, do you hate your son? Hey,
His
you
name
do-
is
you-
Henry.
Do you do that?
Happy birthday, Henry.
Henry, happy birthday, you little shit. I don't mean that.
That's insane. Why did you do that?
Because he's a baby and they. Man, oh man.
Happy birthday, Henry.
Happy birthday, Henry.
Big Hank.
Oh.
High earner, not yet rich. Not rich yet. High earner, not rich yet.
That's pretty good.
You've never heard that
High
before?
earner, not rich yet.
It's
No,
like
I've
Dink.
never heard
It's
that
like
before.
one of those things.
Wow. What would mine be? Butt eater nugget?
Like, no, loser. Literally
No, Ben. Ben.
bad
Uh-huh.
everything
Mhm.
now.
Yeah, bad everything now. Oh boy. Oh man. All right. I guess we should get into it. It's fun. We kicked off the week with Kid Rock at the White House.
You know things are going to be good when we got the kid in the Oval Office.
I mean, look at this shit. God damn, TikTok just really hates me. They really just hate you. Select two objects that are the same shape, but if you take too long, it doesn't. Oh, wow, there you go. Look at him. Look at this absolute asshole.
This is funny. Someone,
What?
Andrew Slack said, "You guys are getting so cooked in my self-incrimination edit. I have over 100 time codes. I'm not even halfway done."
What is
Do
that?
not release that, Andrew.
No, release it. I dare you. I don't care.
Things are honestly getting very dangerous.
Yeah, not for me though. As a white man and an American-born citizen, I fear nothing but God.
As a guy
And even
who
then,
hates-
I don't really fear God.
As a guy who sometimes leaves the country, I do think about
Not coming back?
No, about if I'll have trouble coming back.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe if you dress like this asshole, Kid Rock.
Yeah, I just fucking put this on.
Yeah. Oh, come right this way, sir. Right through the gate.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
To go through customs.
Jesus Christ. I don't even want to play it. I'm just sick of this shit. Just look at this dipshit moron. What? You don't... What does he have on there? 250? Is that because that's how old the country is? It must be, right? Because the 200 was in the 70s.
You want to say something?
Yeah, that's right.
You want to say something? You want to say something, Kid Rock? This is America. This is great for our country. Shut the fuck up. God, I want them to you know what?
I want them to DIE.
I want them to be unalived.
I want to make sure Lena Haba.
Look at him. Pull up your fucking pants, you son of a bitch.
You nincompoop.
Is he holding a pipe too?
That's
Or
a
is that a
crack
vape?
pipe. That's the presidential crack pipe.
Oh man, I just we don't have to play it because it's on Instagram and they make a big fuss out of trying to play shit on the fucking desktop. But someone I think it's a senator made a really good point.
A senator made a good point. Let's hear it.
He said we should be talking nonstop about the Trump meme coin. Watch, I bet it won't. See, oh wait, if you click, yeah, okay, there we go.
Oh, it's Chris Murphy.
Yeah,
Chris Murphy can
suck it. I mean, they can all suck my ass.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Meme coin isn't like the only thing that we're talking about. It's probably the most massive corruption scandal in the history of the country. You literally have a, I guess, legal open channel for private donations to the president and his family in exchange for favors. And we just kind of think that it's part of Trump's right to do business in the White House. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's deeply immoral. And you know, the fact that we didn't talk about that every hour of every day once he released that coin was, you know, kind of a signal to the country that we weren't going to take the corruption seriously.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty astute observation there, Senator Chris Murphy. It is astounding that we just let that fall by the wayside. But then again, what are we going to do?
It goes along with the fucking...
Flood the bone?
Yeah, flood the zone.
Yeah.
But also, my man, it's so weird seeing people in positions of power do this. Like, we all let it escape by. It's like, brother, you're in the Senate. I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, you know what? Give him a pass. Everyone, he worked hard for it.
Yeah.
Get out there and fucking do something. Why don't you all do fucking 25-hour filibusters every time he does something? Every time he tries to pass some kind of legislation, why don't you get your ass out there and do a little 25-hour filibuster? Do something. Link arms with a senator and stand in front of whatever department he's trying to cut that day.
Yeah.
Get arrested every time he tries to do something.
I don't know what's going on anymore, man. I mean, it really is a sad
Why
state.
don't you join student protesters whenever they try to fight them trying to destroy higher education? Do something. Stop
favorite-
going on interviews and going, we all let them do it.
You know what my
I didn't fucking do anything.
You know my favorite.
And neither did you, and now we're fucked.
You know what my favorite type of higher education is? When I smoke a joint and watch Building Giants on the History Channel. I just saw a program the other night called Building Giants, and the first one was about building the new Atlanta Falcons stadium. That shit was cool. It tickled that part of me. You know, he doesn't care, but no, I agree with you, man. Get out there and do something, but they're not going to do anything. And they're going to continue. Actually, I have a small bit of hope that Congress is going to step in and do something. There's already been some mumblings about that happening. So there are some Republicans.
I want to give a couple quick shout outs to these
Do
people. Sorry about this name pronunciation. Nirbay Raseli says,
wow, you fucked that up.
Sorry. Similarity to pre-depression, too doomer or legit? We'll get into all
We'll get
that.
into that.
Internet Shaquille, hello, my friend.
That's Victor.
He says, here's my money tip for the week. Use a VPN to buy super chats in foreign currencies for discounted attention.
Wow, very smart. Yeah, I got the dogs out. I got the dogs out. Who let them out? Anyway, I thought we'd explain what's going on with the tariffs that came out, just so everybody understands. So here's a comprehensive, quick little explainer. So number one, there is a universal 10% tariff on all imports.
And that's because we've been treated very unfairly.
Yeah, we've been treated very unfairly. It's 10% on all imports from all countries starting tomorrow, April 5th, with additional reciprocal higher tariffs on countries with the highest trade deficits effective April 9th. There's special provisions for Canada and Mexico, and there is the authority to increase tariffs if trading partners retaliate. So what I said right there, reciprocal higher tariffs on countries with the highest trade deficits, is a key part of why this is so fucking stupid. Because they're phrasing it like, oh, these countries have tariffs against us, so we're going to tariff right back against them.
Yeah, if
That's
you haven't
partially
seen it,
true.
I'm sure everyone's seen it, but Trump gave his big hour-long speech in the Rose Garden, and he pulled out his very funny little chart to show everyone what tariffs we were getting charged and then what we were going to charge them as reciprocal tariffs. But most experts were going, where the fuck are you getting these numbers from? And it's left a lot of people scratching their heads. And a lot of people have taken some very good guesses at how they've arrived at these numbers. Some people are saying it's ChatGPT, literally just typing in, hey, give us the easiest way to calculate this. It's a complete fucking mess. It's all based on ridiculous, made up.
Part of it is clearly based on trade deficits and not tariffs. And a trade deficit is when we are importing more from a country than they are importing from us. So they're assuming falsely that if a country is exporting to the United States more than we are to them, they are therefore deserving of tariffs to make it even. That ain't how it fucking works. Also, there's tariffs on countries that have 0 fucking people living there. There's one where there's like,
well, we got to show those penguins who's boss.
Yeah, fuck the penguins.
They've been ripping us off for too long.
Yeah. I see you added the value added tax. They think it's some nefarious.
Oh, dude, everything. I mean, so in Europe they have the VAT, the value added tax. It's like it's not worth getting into. It's basically how they do sales tax.
Yeah,
and they think they think that we're being ripped off. Everyone has to pay it. It's just the way it works there.
Plus, if you keep your receipts, don't you get reimbursed when you go to the airport?
It's a good question. I've never...
I'm pretty sure that that's the way it works.
Should I be doing that?
I don't know, man. But every time I see VAT, I always think that because it's always in caps and I go, VAT. I'm in Europe and I'm like, VAT. Anyway.
Guys, here's Ben in Europe.
VAT. Oh, these cigarettes cost €8 plus VAT? Cool. I don't give a shit. I'll smoke that shit, even if they have cancer photos on them. But it's not going to happen to me. So a good example would be, I don't know, any big South American country that exports fucking cocoa and coffee. There may be the case that because they're exporting so much of that shit to us, they're not buying a ton of shit from us, and therein is a deficit. Could be a deficit, and that's what they're attacking. That's just not how world trade works. You're not gonna be fucking even across the board with everybody.
They've been very unfair to us, and they haven't said thank you once.
Cocksucking motherfucker.
Yeah, and I do want to be clear. Tariffs are not bad across the board. They can be used very effectively, very strategically to accomplish different things.
Sure.
This is just a complete clusterfuck. And if he's saying he wants to bring back American jobs, reindustrialize the country, this is just an absolute disastrous way to try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just mind-blowing. And I mean, most people have pointed out, this is like, get a grip if you're trying to like really engage with this as some kind of economic policy, right? It's just more of a power grab for Trump. Everything he's done is in an effort to consolidate more power. He wants countries, leaders, businesses, everyone to come cowering to him.
Yeah.
Trying to strike some kind of deal with him. And anyone who's pointed it out, people on the right are like, no, that's not happening. But some people, if you scroll down, it's down there. If you find what's Bill Ackman's
Ackman kind of gives the game away.
Ackman, just a little bit right there
in the middle.
Ackman kind of gives the game away. It's funny. He just goes right for it. And he says, my advice to foreign leaders is that if you have not already reached out to President Trump, you need to do so immediately. Trump is at his core a deal maker who sees the world as a series of transactions. Based on his track record to date with foreign governments, law firms, and universities, he's a tough but fair negotiator. He loves to make deals and he loves to get things done promptly. I expect Trump will reward the early deal makers with fairer deals than those that wait to sit down at the negotiating table. Countries that respond with additional tariffs on our goods will be severely punished. The carrot and the stick writ large, big boy style. What is wrong with you?
Big boy style.
What is wrong?
Yeah, big boy style.
Just pick up the phone, call the president, and make a deal. Just some advice from a friend of the global economy. What the fuck?
He's a deal maker, man. He makes deals.
He just wants to make deals. Guys, he's not trying to trash the economy. He's just trying to encourage you to pick up the phone, make a deal.
I replied and I asked, can you name me 3 good deals Trump has done in his lifetime? And this dipshit said, when he went bankrupt at Taj Mahal, by the way, which is a casino that he bankrupted, he figured out how to work his way back into the restructuring with a licensing deal instead of accepting similar equity to the bondholders who were injured. So in other words, he just lent his name to the Taj Mahal instead of putting himself in a position where he was holding the bonds. And let's see what the rest of what this ass hat said. When it went bankrupt the second time...
Look, when he drove his business into the ground.
Fool me once, all right? His licensing deal had seniority in the claim to equity, and he fucked them a second time. That's right. He just did a really, really unethical thing, it sounds like. That worked well for him and terrible for everyone else. That is his definition of a good deal. Yeah, that's not how it works with the world, pal. That's Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
That's been the most frustrating thing is the amount of... I couldn't help myself. Did you see the clips of Sam Sater on Patrick Bet David?
No.
You didn't see any of it?
No.
I just wanted to... I didn't really know what Patrick Bet David was. It was an unbelievable... He has him and his 3 insane friends, and they have Sam Sater on, and they all just take turns screaming at him for being like vaguely on the left. Psychotic. But it's always they explain everything in the most simple terms. Like we're not dealing with the most complicated economic situation ever in history. They're like, Sam, let me ask you a question. You know the golden rule? And he's like,
yes.
Are you talking about do unto others? And he's like, yeah. So that's tariffs. Doesn't that make sense to you? And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? That's what.
You guys, can I just be excused for 1 second? I have to go click a couple buttons on my computer.
Go, be excused. Anyone have any questions while Ben's gone? I'm getting all worked up. I feel very hot and bothered about the. What? Do we have a good clip? If we have a good clip, I'd love to. Yeah, there's probably. When are you coming to San Diego? Whenever we figure it out. Don't worry. Ooh, Emil, will you guys be going to the Bernie rally next week? We are going to be in Portland. I was planning on going. I'll be honest. I'm not like, I'm really curious to see what they have to say and what the vibe is, and I'm pissed I can't go check it out. Were you value-tained? I really was not. I'll be honest. It was. I find those guys scary. That I don't know who any of those guys are. The guy Vinny just fucking screams the entire time.
I just had to sell some options because the market bounced and I played for it. So that makes me feel a little bit better about what a shit show goddamn fucking week this was.
It really is a shit show week, isn't it?
Oh my God, you have no idea. What's been frustrating is seeing the absolute stupid takes from I like, you know me, I like to check in on some of the MAGA, is it MAGA or MAGA?
You
What do
say
say?
whatever you want. I regret
The
ever giving
MAGA
you shit.
faithful. I like to check in on them on Twitter and see what they're talking about. And of course they're going, you mean to tell me that the people who have been wrong for the last 2 decades are saying this shit? Yeah, I'm not gonna believe them first. You mean I'm gonna believe them this time? Suck my fucking dick. It's like, who are you talking about, and what were they wrong about? These neoliberals who've been they're smoking their fucking stogies. You mean to tell me that everybody who said to stay inside during COVID and print money is telling me that this tariff things are bad? That means that they're good. It's literally, that's what they're saying. That everybody who's saying this is bad, they said that COVID was bad, and they were wrong. Therefore, I ain't gonna listen to them. Trust the plan. Trust the plan.
See, that's the thing.
Trust the plan.
I would be perfectly happy to trust the plan. Like, I don't think, like I said, tariffs are not blanket bad. I think some of the people in the first Trump administration was actually able to like use tariffs. Jesus Christ.
Coronavirus.
But there is no real plan here, right?
No.
There's no, if he was really serious about reindustrializing all this, and look, that's a huge order. We don't really have a good example of reindustrializing in this way. But if he was serious about it, I mean, where's the plan? Where's the guidance for other countries? Where's the guidance for business leaders? Where's the guidance for anybody? Where's subsidies, like tax breaks for anyone who's going to be affected by this?
That's socialism.
Reinvestment into anyone who wants to take part in any of this plan. I just don't. I don't see it. And if anything, right now, he's just playing with people's lives. I mean, if he thrusts us into a recession or worse, it just...
I saw one brain dead take. This guy goes, you know what used to be a great manufacturer in the United States is Brooks Brothers. You know, the rich white boy t-shirt, button-up shirt company. There was a factory in Virginia that made Brooks Brothers shirts. And I'm not kidding. This person said, it should be America's #1 priority to bring back that Brooks Brothers factory to sell shirts for one brand.
Yeah, I've been seeing the meme of like, stop learning to code, learn to sew.
It's fucking... So let's talk a little bit about what onshoring will actually mean. So number one, it would this whole thing would disrupt the shit out of the supply chain. The Trump administration doesn't seem to understand that the supply chain these days is way more complex than ever before and took decades to get to peak efficiency. I'm talking about the factories and workers and everything and the infrastructure and everything in Asian countries. Vietnam, Cambodia, India, China. It took years to get there. You can't just fucking snap your fingers and bring all of that back here. Even let's just say it's not just little widget factories, but legitimate like manufacturing. You can't just do it. Onshoring production takes a lot of time. It takes years. Training workers takes a long time. And creating a fixed US-based supply chain would also take years. And it would
had been started with things like the CHIPS Act, which they now want
Yeah.
to like discredit and move away from.
Well, that's because Biden did it, and Biden is gay.
Right.
And
we're not going to do any gay stuff in this
yeah,
country anymore.
No, that's all gay stuff.
The CHIPS Act was DEI
Yeah.
because they were only going to hire trans black workers.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we need to train. That's why we had them. The Department of Education was working on making more of our students black and trans and gay. But I mean,
Luckily, Trump got in there as well.
Stop that. But so basically, the way that it's looking is there's no good option for American companies that want to abide by these new rules and play by the rules. Onshoring is expensive and takes a long, long time.
Ben, have you thought of the option of making a fucking deal, my guy?
Yeah, I
Pick
know.
up the phone.
Well, as of today, I think it was Vietnam is expressing interest in getting tariffs at least just working on some kind of fucking deal. I don't know, man.
And then China just announced April 10th they're starting with their own set of tariffs.
Yeah,
I
back
think
at
it
us.
was either 34% or
Something like that,
54,
yeah.
54.
That was announced this morning. Also, it stands to reason, it bears repeating, rather, that tariffs affecting one thing, there are reverberating effects. So, or they compound, rather, at each stage of production. So steel, for example, say you have a tariff on steel, then it goes to auto parts, being used to make auto parts. Those auto parts then get tariffed. And then when they go to their final form in a vehicle, then you've got tariffs on top of that. So there are layers to this shit. And that's not even taking into consideration the retaliation from trade partners that we're already seeing and the distrust.
But he specifically told them not to retaliate.
Yeah,
so
I know.
That's
He
on
said
them, okay?
yeah.
If they want pain, here it comes.
So when that happens, United States exports become more when they retaliate against us and slap tariffs on our shit, our exports become more expensive, which means demand over there goes down, which means profits for these companies goes down, which means, hey, we got to make up for these profits somehow. Let's jack up the price to these sucker Americans because that's the only place we can fucking do it.
I love being a fucking sucker.
And that's all happening while consumer sentiment is in the shitter. Circle in the drain. The toilet's choking down their
Yeah, but
goodies.
now I feel better because I feel liberated.
Yeah. Don't you love it when a toilet barely, you think it's not going to do the flush, but then it barely does it and it just makes that little pop, pop, pop sound? You're like, it made it.
It always comes back to shit with this guy, doesn't it?
So there's just so much uncertainty, and then the fact you've also got the fact that everything is automated, so you're going to be bringing back shit. And fucking dipshit Lutnick was on TV going, "Oh yeah, we got to train people to work the robots because everything's automated anyway." Fuck you, man. So what are we doing here?
Yeah, Scott Bessent fully just won't even talk about how long they're going to last. Like, people try to ask him questions, and he's just like, we'll see. Why don't you call us? Make a deal.
Kyla Scanlon, friend of the show, was on just this week. If you missed that episode, check it out. She sent me an article that she wrote for the New York Times. I believe it's the New York Times. That's about to be published.
Who wrote it?
Kyla did.
Oh, she wrote a thing for the New York Times.
And sent, I believe it's for the New York Times. And she sent it to me just to read it. And it's so good. I mean, goddamn, Kyla is just so good at. She's just got such good prose too. She's an excellent writer, and I like what she said at the end, which was, "How about?" I'm paraphrasing the shit out of it, but like, what we need to be doing is focusing on on education, job training, research and development, and instead of ruining our relationships, we should be focusing on strengthening our relationships with trade partners and allies.
Dude,
and that would be a good place to start from to rejigger all this whole thing.
Drain. No matter what, if he if in a week he says, you know what, I've had enough, and releases him, it's all done anyway. I mean, we've just completely ruined our standing as a trading partner. Or, I mean, no one is going to have the confidence to join any agreement with us. It's absolute chaos.
And I'm especially pissed off, folks. I'm really mad because you know me. I'm a fucking trader, man. I trade these stocks. Just today, I left a lot of money on the table. I was short the market overnight, and I took it all off this morning. But then the market dropped like way more, and I would have made a lot more money, which I needed because I've already gotten my ass ripped open. Like ripped open.
You should see it. It's an absolute
And
mess.
then I also found out that I'm going to get taxed not on how much money I took out last year in my profits, but on the profits themselves. Because like my profits, the way it works at my trading firm is it all chills in an account until I distribute it to myself. And I thought, oh, I'm only going to get taxed on the little amount that I took out to pay myself. No, sweetheart.
Oh, you think the money in the account wasn't going to get taxed?
Yeah, I thought that's how it worked. I thought you only get paid on distributions, aka how much money you pay yourself. And I was like, no. I'm going to get taxed on the entire amount, and it's going to be a big
It's good you don't do the
ass
taxes
fucking.
for the business.
Yeah, I'm going to get fucked in the butt pretty hard. So
And we are going to live stream that. So
yeah, we're going to live stream that when
make
I
sure to
write the
tune in.
check to the IRS. Why even bother? They're so understaffed and underfunded at this point. Why? It's truly, there's a part of me that's like, are they even going to catch this? I'll just fucking.
Well, they're not going after the big offenders, but they're still going to bully. You might be safe because they
I
might be
don't know.
like, this guy seems like he might be able to hire a lawyer.
I should pay it all in pennies, like that one guy. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
The guy who like made a pallet of pennies and was like, "It's legal tender. You gotta take it." It's like,
Just the worst kind of guy.
I think he actually he printed out like every single transaction or something for his taxes on paper, and it was like stacks and pallets of paper, and he's like, what's great is they have to go through it all. They can't just trust. They've got to go through it all. Anyway, let's see.
Wait, you know what? I've got if you scroll down, there should be one thing that's like maybe it really is short-term pain, long-term gain. Yeah, let's watch that. This maybe he's not wrong. Let's see.
The global ripoff ends today.
Also led to political decimation. When McKinley most famously put tariffs on in 1890, they lost 50% of their seats in the next election. When Hot Smoothie put on their tariff in the early 1930s, we lost the House and the Senate for 60 years. So they're not only bad economically, they're bad politically. Tariffs.
Who knows? Maybe maybe we got to put up with this shit for a while, and then this really does them in. We'll see.
Yeah, who knows? Or it'll work, and they'll come out and
You think it's just it's so crazy it just might work?
I don't think that it's so crazy it just might work. I know that ultimately their plan is to bring down interest rates, and bonds have been absolutely ripping and interest rates have been dropping. So once that's secured, I'm sure that there's a world in which he backs these things. The thing is, he started from such a high point that anything once he starts to break it down is going to cause the market to react. He's setting himself up for being able to declare. I mean, it doesn't even matter if he loses, because no matter what, he's going to declare victory, because everybody's too stupid to understand what this all is, what's going on. His base is too stupid to understand what's going on. They trust him blindly. It's all just a bunch of poo-poo.
You do have to give it to him for. I mean,
I'd like to give it to him.
the loyalty he's created.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
I mean, if anyone else tried to do some kind of big, even in good faith, like, hey, there might be a little pain while we try to reorient and look out for the American worker. Whatever the policy was,
mm-hmm.
people would call for their heads.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he just has like legions of people defending it, I mean, it's impressive.
It is impressive, which begs the question, what happens when what if he croaks? That might send the markets rallying. If this guy he's out there shooting, he's having the best golf game of his life down there in Mar-a-Lago.
Right now.
And he just fucking dies, man. God, how old is he? Donald?
Andrew,
Trump
do not put that in your little
78 years old.
Super cut.
How old was Fred Trump? Fred Trump age 93. Fuck. Shit. He's got a ways to go.
And that was Fred Trump probably had a lot less access to some of these technological advances.
God damn it, man. Man, I just hate living in this timeline. I'm sick of it. I got I'm pissed at myself because I didn't capitalize on this, and I saw it coming miles away, and I just didn't trust myself. So, babu. What concerns me also is that nobody in control seems to have any fucking idea what's going on or what they're doing either. They're just kind of blindly following Trump's lead.
I mean, I think that's the most disturbing part, right? That you just have the dumbest and most bad
sycophants.
People.
Yes, sir, Mr. Trump. Yes, sir, Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump. That's a great idea, Mr. Trump.
More powder for your balls, sir? More powder for your balls, sir? Would you like me to powder your balls, though, again, sir? No, that's enough powder for now, thanks. Got enough powder all over my balls. So let's see. What's going to be more expensive, shall we? I thought we'd run down the list. Number one, electronics. Companies that make the shit that we all use and buy all the time.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it feels pretty good. I got my computer right
got my computer
down under the wire.
running a while. Yeah, good for you.
Thank you.
My fucking
Also,
computer stinks.
The car?
The car?
I really kind of fucking.
The
I'm like the movie, getting sliding under that door that's coming down.
Oh yeah, God.
I'm the last chopper out of Saigon.
Yeah.
With these purchases,
You flipping everybody else
I'm
off?
not purchasing another thing for 4 years.
Yeah.
I might have to. Sure, I might have to get toilet paper.
Yeah, well, like I said, we've already got a weakened consumer. They're out there, they're feeling pretty weakened, and these higher prices for things isn't going to help anybody. We got cars, an estimated $2,500 to $5,000 more you'd be paying for the
Remember,
lowest.
I just got my car.
Yeah, for the lowest cost American cars, up to $20,000 potentially for imported
Remember,
vehicles, and that's not you though. That's good. That's good for you, buddy. Clothing and shoes, as you can see by Nike's stock taking an absolute diarrhea, wet gas station diarrhea shit. Man, just blasted all over the walls and all over the toilet. No regard for aiming in that thing. That's how bad Nike shit. Because they make all their shit and
Is there a little bit of blood in the stool?
oh, there's a lot of blood. It's a lot of blood. Phil Knight's going, no. He got a Nike swoosh right
This
at
is
the
from
butt.
Daniel Wagner. Hi, Ben and Emil. I was fostering a Great Pyrenees and decided to adopt him. Very sweet and has a giant head. I unironically changed his name to Bobby. Love that, Daniel. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Daniel. But we're talking about tariffs right now. It is very sweet. That's cool, dude. Great Pyrenees is great. Big old head, big old blockhead. Nothing in there but air. Yeah, Target got hit. Walmart got hit.
Target's been getting hit. They've been getting
Target. Yeah, well, I mean,
You can't name your company Target and not expect to get hit. You put the dang thing on the logo.
Yeah. You put a target on that dog's face. I'm gonna be shooting a BB gun at. What? Well, that's like what rednecks do. They shoot at dogs and stuff, critters, various critters.
I don't use the R word.
Redneck? I use it. I don't give a shit. Wow, look at there it goes. The market is shitting the bed. I am so glad you excused me for that moment. Oh man, this really makes me angry though.
Yeah, I saw this. Cubans urging people. It's not a bad idea to go to the local Walmart or big box retailer and buy lots of consumables now, from toothpaste to soap, anything you can find storage space for. Buy before they have to replenish inventory. Even if it's made in the USA, they will jack up the price and blame it on tariffs. I mean,
that's what it is.
That's an important point. I mean, we all remember when the inflation shit was going on with the supply chain stuff. Like tons of studies were done where people were just jacking up the price because they could get away with it. There was so much price gouging.
I'm gonna jack up these prices.
No one stepped in
Jack
and did
'em
anything,
up.
and it's gonna be the same fucking thing. I mean, you're gonna be, this is just gonna be fucking bloodbath for.
Well, if you're thinking about drowning your sorrows in wine and spirits, think again, because those prices are going to go up. So will furniture, because a lot of furniture is made elsewhere. Restoration Hardware took a big shit, for example. Wayfair took a big shit, for example. Not only that, but then you've got building materials. Lumber, drywall, comes from other countries. Apparently, Mexico supplies a lot of drywall. Canada supplies a lot of lumber. And even though there's exemptions, but there's still stuff coming through. Building materials are going to get more expensive. Coffee and chocolate, we can't fucking
Yes,
grow
we can.
that
And with
here.
these tariffs, we're going to shore up the coffee industry in America. We're going to have a booming chocolate. It's already happening.
We're
We're going to grow bananas here. We're doing it all.
There was a fucking moron, a grade A.
We don't need any trade, actually. We can grow it all here.
There was a grade A moron on Twitter who said, "Oh, so your coffee's going to be more expensive? Why don't you have a breakfast consisting of water and fruits?" And it's like, buddy, someone replied and said, "Buddy, wait till you hear where most of our fruits and veggies come from.
Unbelievable.
Other places."
That's what I'm talking about with the loyalty of like this. The entire lead up to the election was screaming about prices.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get the things I want. Now it's like,
I can't get egg.
Now they're like, don't drink coffee anymore. How about that?
I can't get egg.
Is that so hard?
Egg too expensive. I'm bankrupt. Help. Help. Egg. No. And now look at this shit. Oh, well, Mr. Beefables is going to go up in price. You know he's going to be jacking that up. milk chocolate, peanut butter, milk crunch, peanut butter crunch, Mr. Beefables. All right, I think they're
Nork,
made in
this
America.
one's for you. Can you get a shout out for your dog Bernie, please? He's a Havanese mix. That's a big
Fine.
shout out to Bernie.
Hey, huge shout out to Bernie. Woof woof. There's a woof woof to Bernie. Swiss watches are going to go up in price. That's not going to affect me because I don't wear a watch. Also, I don't wear Rolex.
Everything's going to go up in price.
Everything's going to go up in price.
I mean, I don't know if you've checked in with anyone, like talked to anyone who asked how the tariffs are going to impact them. I mean, I've already talked to a few people who have already pulled back on some expansion because they're like, look, I have no idea what's going on. Even just like normal business owners. People are completely changing their habits so quickly. It's just going to reverberate through everything. It's just going to be, but hey, stop drinking coffee, drink fruit juice for as long as you can. And then when we stop getting those, switch to water. All right. Do the American thing and drink water. Maybe we really will maha. There will be no chocolate or any sweets to have. You can have water and whatever we grow here, soy.
I'm going to have ice soup. Going to have ice soup for dinner.
Honey, is everything okay? You hardly touched your ice soup.
Yeah. But if you're thinking the Fed and Jay Powell and his tiny little butthole mouth are going to be able to save you the day, they're not. They're not, sweetheart. You know why? Because they are going to wait and see with the data.
Yeah, people are chiming in with some of this stuff already. I work in development and planning, and our applications for new land use and development have already tanked.
Everybody's
it's gonna just everything. I mean,
the manufacturing surveys,
construction
that I brought
companies, people are gonna stop. People are gonna pause building. It's just gonna be so weird.
I remember going to a open mic in New York years ago, and this guy goes up and goes, "Why are they called buildings if they're already built?" And I laughed very hard. I thought it was very funny.
Yeah, I guess
that's a good point, dude. They should be called builts. It's not being building. Anyway, yeah. If the Fed steps in to raise rates to combat the inflation that will no doubt be incurred by all this, that will only further damage demand. So they've got to sit on their hands until we get more data, and it's a wait and see. So it's not very fun. Emil, any similar book recs to The Dispossessed?
I mean,
it's from Leon Durkin.
Read more.
Read Mora.
No, read more Ursula. Go for what is it? The Left Hand of Darkness. What's that one? Yeah. Read The Left Hand of Darkness. Beautiful. More Ursula. You can never have enough Ursula in your life.
Right.
One of the all-time greats.
I think we should probably wrap it up here because we gotta prep for next.
I spoke to someone in the marketing tech layer, and they are pausing all growth. Think Salesforce, because no clients are confident spending money with uncertainty. It's hitting all industries. Oh, that's good. Yeah, usually get a ton of calls coming in around this time, and I've been dry, even spending more on advertising than last year. Deck building / repair just isn't looking too hot. Yeah, I mean, it's going to hit everything. I mean, people are just not going to feel confident doing anything. I mean, people aren't going to feel confident planning vacations, spending more. It is going to reverberate everywhere. I mean, they had that chart of like what's driving the market right now, and it's just the needle's just firmly on extreme fear.
You know what's driving the market right now? A fucking drunk guy, a drunk monkey, stole the keys. Donald asks, Ben, any word of advice for traders whose portfolios are truly in the shitter? I can feel my losses in my puckering butthole. My money is getting washed away by decay. I assume you're talking about options. It is very hard to play options in a market like this where the volatility index is sky high, because with high volatility comes high options premiums. So even if you're trying to play a bounce, that shit's going to decay like a child drinking Pepsi while his mom and dad are away on vacation and he ain't brushing his fucking teeth, you know?
Someone said, I think this is a joke. I had to divorce my wife in preparation for all this, but I do want to point out, like, that is what people's lives get ruined through this. I mean, you can go back and look. It's depressing as hell, but suicides spike during times like this when we have recessions. It's No joke. Families get destroyed. People lose homes. That wealth's never recovered. This is just a very real. They're playing with people's lives. There's going to be a serious impact on people's lives.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, anyway, folks. Oh, that's great. Luke just pulled up 33 recipes that got us through the Great Depression.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see what's on there. What's some of the things? Creamy chipped beef fondue. Fuck out of here. What? That does look pretty good. Keep going. Oh, is it? Oh, God. Meat and potato patties. Okay. Where's the bug stew? Navy bean soup?
More people are chiming in with the industries they work in. I work in global agriculture. It's bad here, so bad here.
Yeah, it's
All
not
right, guys.
Favorite bread and butter pickles. Ooh. Pickles. Spice cake? Fuck yourself.
Someone just goes water pies. Yum. This shit is
Bacon
so
pasta?
sad.
These are just normal recipes.
But they got them through the depression.
Fish chowder? What'd you run out of clams, you broke ass? Bacon roll-ups? Okay. That makes sense. Grandma Davidson's baked apple pudding.
Ooh, this is another one. I'm in analytical instrumentation, thousands of components from around the world.
No, you're not. That's made up.
I
Analytical
believe you. I
instrumentation.
believe you, J-Lo. I believe
That
you.
sounds like a racist.
I believe you.
Whistle. German pancakes. That looks good.
This person said, I'm part of corporate insurance and we're doing great.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, that's true. There's a lot of insurance stocks that are through the roof.
I work in insurance litigation. We're doing the best we have ever been. Okay, guys, we need to find these insurance brokers.
They're water quality instruments. Emil, thank you for inspiring me and my friends to play tennis. You got us into a new sport.
Wow, hell yeah, solid skate. I absolutely love that. Keep ripping those balls.
All
for
right,
me.
guys, we're gonna wrap up because we've
No,
got to go.
Ben's gonna
no,
go.
we have to. We have Luke here. We got to get him acquainted with the stock twits.
Oh,
What?
sure. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah,
about
yeah,
something. That's
yeah.
on me.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I feel
folks-
bad about that. I was doing a little joke, but I love you. And we'll be here every Friday.
Well, everybody, we certainly thank you for tuning in. It has been a tough week, but the show must go on. The show will continue. And
Come
we
see
will
us
go
in
on.
Austin.
Come.
We'll put the link in the somewhere.
We'll put the link in the somewhere, but also, more importantly, we're going to continue the party in about 25 minutes on Stock Twits. So join us there, please. It's the same shit. It's just on a different channel. So join us there. We're going to be talking about the week and how awful it was. And I am going to be... No, I'm still pretty pissed, YouTube only. I'm still pretty fucking angry for a lot of reasons. But we'll see you over there on Stock Twits, youtube.com/ or just search for Stock Twits. You'll see us on there. And thank you very much, everybody.